If you don't differentiate between flu and malaria, you won't be able to apply the right treatment. Similarly, if you don't differentiate between market strategy and marketing strategy, you won't be able to address the true challenges of your business. All that and more coming up right after this. Hello and welcome to our go-to-market series of videos, and in today's session we're going to talk about market strategy versus marketing strategy. Now, most people use market strategy and marketing strategy quite interchangeably, but are corporate strategy and sales strategy the same? Are customer acquisition and retention the same? Or are sales and marketing the same for that matter? They are definitely interconnected, but not the same. So why do market strategy and marketing strategy get treated as one and the same? Probably the blame lies with Philip Kotler, the father of the P's of marketing. Initially there were 4 P's, then 7, I don't know how many ever. But anyway, I think he probably mixed them all up in his marketing mix. So I basically think there are two different, the two strategies, the market strategy and the marketing strategy are quite different, and they need that due consideration. Why? Well, think about it this way, right? Let's say your CT scan report says there's an issue with your kidney. God forbid, but just for the sake of discussion. So which kidney is your doctor supposed to be focusing on? The left one or the right one, or probably both? Similarly, now if you don't acknowledge the difference between market strategy and marketing strategy, there is a high chance you're applying the treatment to the wrong kidney, strategy. So what is the difference? Let's do some market strategy versus marketing strategy. Now, it's getting these two confused. I think it's pretty much like going to a barber instead of going to a dentist. So you really need to get this right. As I said, the two strategies are two different beasts. Market strategy, I think, is a tactical approach you take in deciding who will be your target customer and how you're going to convince them that you are better than the others in the market. Whereas marketing strategy, on the other hand, I think is a set of tactics that you apply to effectively convey your business proposition to your ideal customers. Now let's drill that a bit deeper. So market strategy, in my opinion, comprises of 3 principles: segmentation, differentiation, and specialization. Brian Tracy is a best-selling author. He's published over 78 books and sold over 10 million copies, and he's a very eloquent speaker, and he explained these 3 principles this way, right? So he said segmentation is where you identify the specific customers in the market who will value your areas of differentiation and who will pay more than anybody else in the market faster than the others, and who will also give you useful testimonials eventually. So that, he thinks, is segmentation. So identifying these ideal customers. Second is about differentiation. And he says it's about leveraging your competitive advantage, your USPs or unique selling propositions, or areas of excellence or superiority in the market. Now, this is where you are responding to your customers asking you, why should I buy from you and not the others, right? Or are you giving me the highest quality for the lowest price? So these are the kind of questions that you need to address and have ready answers to in your market strategy. And finally, specialization. So Brian says specialization is about picking a specific problem or need in the market and devoting your business to solving that particular problem or catering to that need better than anybody else in the market. So you become the best when it comes to that specific, solving that specific problem. And finally, a market strategy should be developed, I think, for a relatively longer period. It could be ideally for 3 to 5 years, but at least for a 12 months period. So when you think about developing a market strategy, you should be thinking along the lines of segmentation, differentiation, and specialization, and of course, as I said, over a long period of time. So you should be thinking about concepts like white space identification, market sizing, developing your target personas, articulating your value proposition, identifying your key target geographies and demographics that you will be going after, and dedicating your efforts and your budgets on. Who will be your channel partners, and who would you want to build product partnerships with? Would you want to bundle your products or your partners' products or services? How do you want your pricing to be, right? And there's so many other angles as shown on the screen now that you need to think about as part of the exercise of developing your market strategy. Now, to understand these principles, let's look at some examples of market strategies for a software company. Let's call it Bluebells. So let's assume Bluebell supplies enterprise software to the mobile telecom industry. So their first market strategy could be to differentiate themselves in the market by offering end-to-end services combined with their software, while on the other hand, their competitors are offering just the software or the services, but not both. So this is how Bluebells is trying to differentiate themselves through bundling. Now, a strategy number 2 could be a segment-focused one, where Bluebells segments the mobile telecom industry using a variety of parameters and picks group operators. So these are telecom operators that have operations in multiple countries. So they are called group operators. So Bluebells picks up these group operators with over 5 million subscribers and with an annual revenue of over $50 million. Bluebells is basically, by doing this, they're trying to concentrate their sales and marketing efforts because the company's value proposition, they think, will resonate better with this particular selected segment than with any other telecom operators out there. So that is their second strategy, where they are focusing on this particular segment. It's a segment-focused market strategy. A third market strategy could be Bluebells could strategically be choosing to specialize in SaaS-based analytics software because they think they are the pioneers in this area and they want to continue leveraging that brand perception, because they have built this perception in the customers' minds and they want to leverage that. They have deliberately also chosen to sacrifice the potential market in other enterprise software areas for this industry. They could very well have devoted a section of their developers to develop other types of software. As part of their market strategy, they are deciding to specialize in this particular technology, SaaS-based analytics software. Now, these strategic decisions are pertaining to who will be Bluebell's target customers and how they're going to convince these customers that they are better than the others in the market. Now, market strategies, as we said, they tend to be designed for relatively extended periods of at least 12 months duration. So that is understanding market strategy with these 3 examples from Bluebells, a hypothetical company. Now let's look at marketing strategy. So as I said briefly earlier, marketing strategy is a set of tactics that you apply to convey your business proposition to your ideal customers. You could have a marketing strategy A for a given segment in quarter 1 and a strategy B in the second quarter. Or you could pursue marketing strategy A while promoting an incumbent product and strategy B on launching a new version of that same product, right? So it's very fluid and it has to be very nimble and flexible to change, responding to the market conditions as well. Now, Mike Killen, is a passionate sales coach for funnel builders, and he has published a video talking about top 7 marketing strategies for 2019. And in this video, he basically gives some wonderful strategic ideas on promoting your products. I have included the link to Mike's videos. I would highly recommend viewing his video. It's really helpful. Now, if we look at Bluebells again and applied some of Mike's strategies as well as some of the other marketing strategies, then this is what it might look like. So a marketing strategy 1 could be where Bluebells plans on publicly launching a new version of their SaaS analytics software in the 3rd quarter. But before doing that, before going to the wider market, they decide to first approach their existing customers. So they pursue an upsell marketing strategy in the 2nd quarter. So the 3rd quarter is when they're going to be launching to the wider market, but in the 2nd quarter, they're pursuing an upsell strategy. So Bluebell's marketing team now spends its time and efforts on equipping the account managers with appropriate upselling sales enablement collateral, and their advertising and their emails are targeting the incumbent customer base. So their marketing strategy is to start with upselling aimed at the existing customers. So that is their strategy number 1, marketing strategy number 1. And then in the 3rd quarter, they switch focus to a new marketing strategy where they are aiming at a grand product launch in the wider market with lots of PR, field marketing, and all those kinds of activities. The objective here in this kind of an approach is to basically attract new customers who have never bought from Bluebells in the past. So that is a 2nd example of a marketing strategy. Now, in the 4th quarter, their marketing strategy could be completely different. It could be about giving their brand an uplift. Now, they decide to do that. They decide to run a massive thought leadership project in partnership with Gartner and Deloitte, 2 very, very well-respected analyst and consulting houses in the mobile market. They bring fresh and unique insights to the market in multiple formats: white papers, videos, webinars, infographics, and so many other of these formats, podcasts maybe. And they might want their audience to think that Bluebells understands the pulse of the mobile industry and hence will also bring relevant products that they should be looking at and eventually buying, hopefully. So that is the thinking behind pursuing a thought leadership marketing strategies. So to drive that perception and association with their brand. So there are various types of marketing strategies out there that you can deploy based on the market strategy that you have adopted and developed. So for example, account-based marketing, field marketing, thought leadership-based marketing, right? Direct mail, that's making a big time comeback, and various forms of digital marketing, and so many others. So these marketing strategies need to be appropriately selected. There's a wide variety of them. And to effectively convey your business proposition to your ideal customers, you need to pick the right marketing strategy that will fit that particular persona and that particular channel. So there you go. Market strategy and marketing strategy differentiated for you, so you can distinguish the right kidney from the left, right? Hope you found this video useful. Please do like, subscribe, and share so we can continue bringing you more educational content like this for B2B marketing. And if your business needs help developing or implementing your market or marketing strategy, then yeah, please feel free to contact us at mohammed.shah@dabu.co.uk. Goodbye.